Yajnatat karma nonyatra lokaya karma bandhana tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. So the translation is, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way, you will always be free from bondage. So my realization is that there's work in the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance that cause bondage in the world. Some people think that if you're always doing good, like, oh, like I should do this, I should like give to the charity, I should take care of the homeless, things like that, you will receive good back, and it doesn't matter if God is real or not because I'm doing good anyway. So, but this is wrong because any work, good or bad, receives karma, and every action has a reaction. So if you do good, then you'll get something good back, and if, at the same time, if you do something bad, you'll also get something bad back. And this causes bondage because as you gain more karma, then you have to live more lifetimes again and again and again to get rid of that karma. And karma must be avoided in order to go back to Godhead. And too many people work for themselves, so they do all the work for themselves and it's materialistic. But all work must be done for Vishnu. And the human body is kind of like to receive karma. So like we live the entire human body and we're doing bad things and good things, and we keep receiving all this karma, and then we spend hundreds of thousands of lifetimes in like birds and fish and animals and things like that. And now we have to get rid of all that karma, and then we come back to human and we keep doing that again and again. And in order to break the cycle, we have to do our work for Krishna. And if one does work for Krishna, then no karma is received. Instead, Krishna minimizes your karma. So maybe you had karma of like maybe you had to like get in a deadly car accident or something, but instead maybe you just get a small scratch or a cut. And so performing action is also like kind of like planting the seed. So first, when you plant the seed, there's no reaction, so you can't see anything for the first few days. Nothing happens. But then as you keep watering it, and water is like Krishna consciousness, as you keep following Krishna consciousness, there's a small plant grows and it begins to grow, and you can see like a leaf or two. And as you keep watering it, and you have to protect it, so like a bird can't eat it or like an animal, so you have to put like a fence around it, and you have to protect the Krishna consciousness. And as you keep watering it, the small tiny seed becomes a giant tree that's unmovable. So your tree of bhakti it's like unmovable, and it's like always there, and it's extremely strong. So like in the end, you begin to receive fruit, and the tree begins to grow fruit, and this fruit is kind of like the Krishna's mercy. So if you the more you water it, and the more you give Krishna consciousness, then the juicier the fruit. So like the better the fruit is. So the more you serve the Lord, the greater you will receive greater amounts of mercy from the Lord. So Krishna also owns everything. So like he gives us food, he gives us a place to live, he gives us water, and without him we couldn't live. And he owns everything. So it is our obligation to work for Krishna. So like say for example you buy a phone and you need a contract. So you buy a contract, but you have to pay the carrier money because you're getting the phone contract from them, and it's your obligation to pay your phone bill. So in the same way, we are obliged to work for Krishna because he supplies us with everything. But if we do not pay the phone bill, the carrier will keep sending the phone bill until you pay. So they keep sending it again. You owe us this much, you owe us this much again and again. So in the same way, if you do not work for Krishna, then we have to take birth again and again and again until we get rid of that karma. And so karma is kind of like a debt. And in return for the work that we do, Krishna provides protection from the material world. So this is like if you pay your phone bill, then the carrier will like give you like better deals and promotions. So, but if you do not pay them, they will like it's the same way as if you don't work for the Lord, then He won't give you protection. And if you do not pay your phone bill, the carrier will stop like carrying your phone line. So like you won't have a phone anymore. In the same way, you won't have Krishna's protection. So if you do work for Krishna, then the juicier the fruits of mercy you grow.